Shadows whisper down the hall. Footsteps echo in the dark. Another case, another spark. Digging deep, the secrets hide. Truth they bury, it survives. Piece by piece, we break the lies. Light up and we're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms. We won't stop. We're seeking truth. Silent victims lost and gone. Echoes scream, but life moves on. Fleeing faces, mystery calls. Answers waiting in the walls. Digging deep where secrets hide. Truth they bury, it survives. Piece by piece, we break the lies. Light up and analyze. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms. We won't stop. We're seeking truth.
Hi, not in the comment section, but hey girl, I love you too, bitch. I love you too.
Through the static, through the fear, we'll uncover what's unclear.
You just made my day.
Through the fear, we'll uncover what's unclear. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every
I'm so glad you stopped in, girl. Girl, you made my day.
every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms. We won't stop. We're seeking truth. No, we won't stop. No, we won't stop. We're seeking truth.
I will be with you guys in just a moment. We will do this one just to hold briefs. Oh shit! Okay. Hey. Daydreaming, all right. Okay, here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my beautiful, fine people. How are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, I'm going to stop the pause with the calls. I'm going to put that right there. Yeah, so let me get over here to the comments here. Freezing in this makeup room of mine. God, this office is like freezing. Hello. Oh, no problem. I'll share you out. Yes, please share me, girl. Please share, like, subscribe. I think you already are, Sierra. Hi. I'm so glad you all stopped in. Hi, Legally Blonde. Listening while cleaning. Yeah, I'm going to be late for dinner. Don't ever call me late for dinner, but tonight dinner's going to be just a few minutes late. I should be already done, cooked it, and started it, but I was only going to give myself an hour to research, but then research took a little bit longer than I wanted, and then putting all the notes in and putting all like the little emojis in. I'm not really sure how to do emojis like on my laptop, so like it's just really weird. That's what took me forever, was trying to get everything in the stream, title, the description, put all my stupid links in. Not really stupid links, but like all the just the links. I mean, like, they're not stupid. Let me rephrase that. I shouldn't have said stupid, but they're just a pain in the butt because I don't want to get in trouble for using like law and crime and all those news people. You never know when they're gonna get a hair up their ass. Okay. And I mean, I'm not monetized yet. I think the last time I looked at was at 812. So woo, 812. That's a lot. Last time I checked, I was at 812, and I was like, damn, I'm getting there. So I have a sad one. I have a really sad case, sad, disturbing, not something you want to always go over. But if we don't go over it, then the victims don't get their light out and their voice out. And so when I came across this, I realized that this is out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. A couple hours away from me, but not really that far away. I know it might be a couple years old, but this just came across on Law and Crime, and I've never heard anybody talk about this. I didn't know that Ashley Young didn't have her word out. My phone was going to die, like medicine's kicking my butt. Oh no. I hope you feel better. And girl, plug that phone in. What in the world are you doing? But I'm glad Legally Blonde is here listening. So yeah, this case is very sad. Her name was Ashley Young. She was 31 years old. And had so much compassion and cared for others. She was deeply compassionate about things that she did. I know she worked at a bank call center. She also was very, very compassionate when she came to her working with her prior special needs students. She worked with a lot of special needs. The monster is horrible, and then his parents are horrible with him. Parts of the story may get twisted, and it may make you madder than shit that these parents are even involved in their son's worst mistake ever in his life. I mean, if you weren't guilty, you wouldn't have did the things you did. You would have just said it was an accident. Not dismember Miss Ashley. Ashley was a deep, passionate, caring person. Also, her mother said that she was very positive person. Let's see here, monster. Okay. The monster's name was Jared Chance, just by everybody needs to know. Um, I call him a monster, and that's what I wrote down. Monster Jared Chance. His parents are also very, very horrible, evil people. Barbara and I do believe James. Radiant positively. She was very radiant and positive. Um, she was 31, very deep, compassionate, radiant. She worked at a bank call center, Ashley did, attending while attending her community college. She also had a previous cared for individuals with special needs. Her mother, Christine, describes her as a miracle. Ashley was the one and only child. After the doctor said she couldn't have any more children. Ashley's mother's name is Christina. We're gonna see some clips about Christina. Hopefully the one is gonna show perfect. Let's just go ahead and jump into this. No, see what over that. Hi, Mary Jane. Hey, girl. So this happened out of Ashley is from Kalamazoo, Michigan. She came down here during a visit in Grand Rapids of 2018. And her case has been one of the most disturbing, heartbreaking in recent Michigan. Okay? You're going to see stuff about that. So, trigger warning, viewers' discretion advised. This is, copyright disclaimer, 1976. Something about balls along to that. But we're going to go ahead and I don't have Mary Jane pulled up. That's hilarious. Oh my god. I don't have my chat pulled up. Let me get the clip going and then I'll get to my chat, okay? I'll pull chat up, all right? I said I don't have Mary Jane pulled up. I must have hit the dab too hard. Whew! All right, let's go ahead and go to. First, we're going to go to my research and my notes just so you guys can see. When I do my research, this is what I'm using. Also, other than Googling, is I use my Copilot, which I found out is like an AI. And she's pretty legit. Okay, I named her. The name is Copilot. I call it a girl. I call it a girl AI. I'm not sure if I can do that, but in my head, that's what we are doing. That's what we're using. So we're here to talk about Ashley Young, was 31, out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, whose life was tragically cut short in late 2018 during a visit to Grand Rapids. Her case was one of the most disturbing cases and heartbreaking recent in Michigan. Ashley was known for her radiant positivity and her deep compassion. She worked at a call center while attending community college. We talked about that. I gave you that type of note. On November 28th, 2018, Ashley traveled to Grand Rapids to visit Jared Chance. Here we go. Key. Okay. A man she had known for years. They were last seen together at Mulligan's pub and hookah lounge in Eastown. She was supposed to meet her mother to co-sign a lease, but never showed up. Days later, a neighbor noticed the foul odor and discovered Ashley's torso wrapped in a plastic in the basement of Chance's apartment building. Most of her remains, including her head, were never recovered. It's so sickening and so horrible to think. Wow. I wish I could pull that up right now. Chance was convicted of second-degree murder, mutilation of a body, and multiple counts of tampering with evidence. In 2019, Judge Mark Tursko sentenced him to 1 to 200 years in prison, calling him a monster without a conscience and stating was the worst case he had ever presided over. Ashley's mother, Christine, delivered a powerful victim's impact statement expressing profound loss and trauma her family continues to endure. So there's just a little bit of bits and pieces of my notes. That's what I put in my description. I don't think I have, I've already went over some of the details. This is the same thing. Trial and sentencing. Okay, so there's some sympathetic gaps and misinterventions. Of Chan's extensive criminal history didn't prevent him from reoffending. His mental health and violence of his erratic behavior and violence outbursts were documented. So this guy was out of control. I do believe it says he had 38 prior. Trigger warning slide, gentle intro with softness and clear language. Kristen's young impact statement expert. You had no right to take her from me. That was one of the quotes her mom had used. Some of the resources: Michigan Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence, National Center of Victims of Crime, Local and Mental Health Crisis Line, advocacy orgs on the criminal justice reform. Okay, so now you know where I got all my notes from. I'm going to exit on my Copilot. Hi, yes, hit the like button for me. Okay, now we're going to go to the video. My bad. Let's go to this one. Here we go. Daily Mail. Let this load up for a second. I think this is the one. Okay, so let's go with some pictures. Let's go over. I want to rip your limb from limb. Sentence 100 years in prison. Oh, why does that have to be up there? Can I just close that out? Just like you did my girl. Mother screams at the murderer who killed and dismembered her 31-year-old daughter as he is sentenced to 100 years in prison. Jared Chance, 30 years old, was sentenced to 100 years in prison on Thursday, November 2018, for the murder of Ashley Young, 31. Her mother, Christine, yelled in court, "You threw her out like trash." This is your monster right here. Ashley Young's mother. Okay, guys. I'm pulling up chat now just so I can see, make sure. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. That's Christine. This is Ashley Young, okay? Beautiful eyes, great smile. Just like she just seems like she'd be a fun person to hang out with. Mom of Angel Ashley. This is her what she has of her daughter. This is Christina's stepmother of Ashley reacts. Another picture of Ashley here. Chance reportedly texted Young and told her that Ashley left her phone at the luggage Grand Rapids and went back to pick it up. In multiple texts, Chance claimed that he had just spoken to Ashley and gave her worried mom a fake phone number to call. Chance declined to speak to the court. His attorney, Andrew Roadhouse, had argued during trial that no one really knows how Young died. You sick fucker. Now, this is the house of a person that made the phone call to the police telling them that he thinks that his neighbor has a body downstairs in the basement. So if this guy who lived in this apartment didn't call, I think his name, I didn't write his name down. I'll show you a clip of who it is so you guys can see what actually, how this was found, how this came about. But this is where this is the apartment. This is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now, this is right here on this left, on the, well, whatever. This guy is a piece of shit too. And this woman is a piece of shit. These are Jared's parents, okay? Now, Jared's parents knew that their son had did this. And instead, you guys are going to see in a clip what describes, but, so yeah. So, mom, dad, 76 and 63-year-old wife are currently out on bond. They both have been denied any wrongdoing, which is a lie. Okay, now we went through that set, so now we're on this set, which I do believe are almost pretty much the same sets, but I want you guys to see these pictures. Yeah, these are the same ones. It's just so sad. Very, very, very sad.
My name is Cecilia.
Put a 1 in the chat.
I'm a mom of 2 girls,
So you guys
a
can hear the video.
psychologist, and I choose to transform my PVC treatment journey with iCurva.
When your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your girlfriend come to see you, do they talk to you? Do you respond? Do you laugh? Do they laugh? I am left with nothing but voicemails and videos that I play over and over just to hear her voice, just to hear her laugh. I no longer get to hear Ashley tell me, I love you, Mom. I don't get that. You don't get that from your family.
The whole time while she's giving this incredible speech, this incredible impact of how much of a loss that he did to her only child, the only child that this woman had, he took from her. And all he can do is look down at that fucking ground, the floor.
Your friends, your girlfriend. I don't get that. You don't deserve that.
There's more that I'll show you guys in a moment. Let me just make sure we don't have any of these pictures. She just, this woman here, to me, when I look at this picture, my heart breaks because I know that she's devastated and she's hurting, and you can see that when that sentence was given, you could just see so many emotions out of her. Monster, the house, the damn parents. Okay, so let's keep going along here, because we know I do believe in the video it goes over everything. You'll see in the video. So let's see if this has got any more different ones. Look at him. He just he doesn't care. I'm just shocked. And then these are the parents, the so-called parents. During jailhouse interviews mid-December before he was charged with murder, Chance apologized to Ashley's mother, but said, "I don't know what to say or do." Also, her torso, Ashley's arms and legs were found in a cardboard box on a stairway landing. Young's head, hands, and feet have never been found. Okay, so I do not think there's any more with this. So we're going to stop. I'm going to stop sharing that. Just the mom alone, her, oh my God. Yeah. We're going to go to, I'm going to show you the other one, and then we're going to go to a couple other clips here. I think we need to go here. Oh no, I think we gotta go here. I think. We'll see. Okay, you guys can let me know when the video plays. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Please let me know. Okay. Come on.
The killer sent to prison. Jared Chance will serve a minimum of 100 years in prison, a maximum of 200 for killing Ashley Young. The judge went beyond the sentencing guidelines so that Jared Chance will die in prison.
This all started last winter when Chance killed and dismembered Young. Parts of her body were found in his Grand Rapids basement. The last person to speak in court today was Ashley's mother.
News 8's Heather Walker was in court for today's hearing. Heather, Ashley's mom did not hold anything back when she addressed Chance.
And no, she did not. And listening to her, you could feel just a portion of her pain as she looked directly at the man who killed her daughter.
I've had this conversation with you in my mind since 12/7/2018, the day the DNA came back as Ashley's.
Ashley's mom and stepmom went out to Jared's house the night her remains were discovered. Ashley was still missing, and they were doing another search for her car. Instead, they found police tape around Jared Chance's home.
I cry 7 days a week. 7! Woo! Most days is to and from work.
And he doesn't do nothing but look down at the fucking ground the whole time.
I do not sleep well.
Investigators found Ashley's torso in Jared Chance's Grand Rapids home basement. Her head, hands, and feet are still missing. And because of that, the coroner cannot determine an exact cause of death. They can only say there was some kind of trauma to her head.
I am left with nothing but voicemails and videos that I play over and over just to hear her voice, just to hear her laugh.
There's no motive, but a neighbor said Chance bragged days before that he could get away with murder.
I do not understand, and I never will. Why you would do this to her?
Why?
So hard to listen to, such a senseless murder. Now, Jared Chance did not speak in court today. He declined, and you saw his reaction there to the statements. For most of it, he was gazing at the ground. His parents will now head to trial for their part in helping to cover up the crime. They're facing charges connected.
The parents helped cover it up. And in one of the clips, you're going to see, the dad brought him there, but the dad still didn't choose to turn back around and say, no, we're going to stay at this police station. You're going to tell them what you did. Nope, none of that.
That trial will begin at the beginning of next year. Reporting live outside the Kent County Courthouse, Heather Walker, News 8.
How sickening that is. So then here we have it here. So eligible parole until he's 130 years old. Sorry, I had to write that key piece note down. 130 years old, he won't be able to get out to eligible for parole. So he'll never be. No, thank God, because what you did, it was horrible, and he deserves to rot in hell. Now, I didn't get to watch this video, so I don't know exactly what this one was, but we're going to find out. I'm not sure where my...
For DTE natural gas.
First, it sentenced to serve a minimum of 100 to 200 years in prison for the murder and dismemberment of Ashley Young. The judge said it's the worst case that he's ever seen.
Parts of Young were found in Chance's Grand Rapids basement last winter. There's no clear motive, but Chance did tell a neighbor that he knew how to get away with murder. But that wasn't the case. And today, Ashley's family and friends addressed Chance indirectly.
News 8's Heather.
Let me know if you guys can hear it. Can we hear it? Can I get a 1 in the chat, please? The people in the bushes, please come out. Yeah.
Walker was in court for all of it today, and she's live tonight with this story. Heather.
Brian and Sue, this was the most intense sentencing that I have ever seen, and more than likely, that's because this murder was so brutal and senseless.
I personally have been involved in over 200 murder or death cases. This is without...
The judge allowed 6 people to make victim impact statements addressing Jared Chance directly.
What were her last words?
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Did she suffer? Was she crying for help? Ignore her asking to be saved. My heart just aches and has been ripped out. The pain is so unbearable ever since that day.
Ashley's stepmom, mother, and dad.
All I can say is, may you rot in hell.
Her grandmother needed help standing up as she confronted her first grandchild's killer, remembering Ashley's kind heart and caring eyes.
Ashley had the prettiest blue eyes in the world, and they were big, and they were shining, and always. But I wanted to see your eyes. I haven't seen them.
No. Looks up, but
I've seen pictures, and there's nothing there. They're empty. Your eyes are empty. So where is your soul?
Oh.
Where is it?
Because of how heinous the killing and cover-up was, the judge made an exception and allowed Ashley's best friend to speak as well.
She obviously meant nothing to you, but she meant everything to us. I'll never forgive you for what you've done. I hope you suffer.
The judge went beyond the guidelines and sentenced Jared Chance to a minimum of 100 years in prison.
The sentence is concluded. Take him to prison, please.
I love it. Just take him to prison. And I cannot believe his sickening parents helped him. They fucking helped him.
Jared Chance was found guilty of second-degree murder, not first-degree, so that's why the judge could not give him a life sentence, but that minimum of 100 to 200 years in prison had the same effect. Now his parents will be going to trial at the beginning of next year. Ashley's mom says she will not be satisfied until they are given a prison sentence. She plans to be there for that. Coming up at 6, you will hear her very intense words to Jared Chance, a conversation she says she's practiced in her head for months. That's coming up. Reporting live outside the Kent County Courthouse, Heather Walker.
Sad, 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 sad. Okay, let's go over. Beautiful. Where her mom attended her mother. It's so sad that her life was ripped right from underneath of her. I just can't. I just can't. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to show you 2 clips. And we're going to go to YouTube. And we're going to go to here. And this was pretty...
It was the final sentencing for the brutal killing of Ashley Young.
Let me turn this down a little. Hold up. Wait a minute. Back to normal. Play.
Sentencing for the brutal killing of Ashley Young. The woman was murdered and mutilated in 2018. Today, the parents of her killer were sentenced for their roles in the crime. James Chance will spend a month in jail and a year on house arrest for helping to move Young's body parts. His wife, Barbara, will spend 45 days in jail for lying to police and helping to move body parts.
That's all they got.
New at 6. News 8's Heather.
That's all they got. Let me just go back here. You guys listen to this.
Jail for lying to police and helping to move body parts. New at 6. News 8's Heather Walker is 5 days in jail for lying to helping to move Young's body parts. Roles in the crime. James Chance will spend a month in jail and a year on house arrest for helping to move Young's body parts. His wife, Barbara, will spend 45 days in jail for lying to police and helping to move body parts. New at 6. News 8's Heather Walker is getting reaction from Ashley Young's family.
Ashley's family says today's sentences did not give them justice.
No.
Today, Judge Dennefield failed Ashley.
In People versus James Chance case,
the judge decided on less than a year behind bars for both James, who's a former police officer, and his wife, Barbara Chance.
If you help or you know of something that happened, a crime, and you don't do anything about it, you're just as guilty as Jared, just as guilty as the person who committed it. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't served today.
Ashley's family feels the sentences should be longer. Over the course of the trial, prosecutors tried to prove James Chance intentionally omitted details about where the family stopped when some of Young's body parts were in their car, hindering the investigation and recovery of her remains. But the defense argued any omissions were the result of a faulty memory, not deliberate lies. A video shows James Chance at GRPD. Chance told police that they needed.
Oh, that makes me angered. I just want to hit the desk, and the desk didn't do anything to me to make me anger. Whew. Breathe. Count to 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, come on, you guys. Seriously? Like, that is fucking some bogus shit I've ever heard in my life.
To talk to his son about Ashley Young, but he needed a lawyer to be present. When they couldn't do that, he walked away.
When they were at that police station,
exactly,
they could have told those police officers, hey, you know what? You need to come out to my car. Hey, you know what? My son did this to Ashley. Did they do any of that? No.
Ashley's family feels James Chance was given special treatment because he's a former police officer.
When they're
He
done
was.
with their short time in jail, they get to go see their son. This is all we have. And it's not all of her.
Ashley's family is still holding out hope that her missing remains can be.
They still haven't found her missing remains, and it's so sad they only have half of their daughter
found. There's a reward for anyone with information. Reporting in downtown Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, News 8.
Can you guys, I can't believe that. I'm just lost for words that this guy did this. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Worry, give me 1 second. I'm not sure. Okay, this one right here. I want you guys to know this man, because this man right here is a hero. And here.
Are you still wearing regular pants?
Sorry.
Why? When you can wear new Skechers slip-in pants. They have a stretchy elastic waistband, so it's easy just to slip them on. And they stay up. Don't even need a belt. Plus, Skechers slip-in pants are breathable and flexible, so they fit everybody.
He robbed her before. She's had prior, with this feller, and when mom found out, mom flipped.
Ashley
he took belongings of hers and stole them, and so she stopped talking to him, and then she came down to Grand Rapids, Michigan to meet him, and it's just about his girlfriend is me all the time. That's how I am. I'm always out the window looking. But if it wasn't for him doing the right thing and calling the police and telling them, hey, we would probably never found this guy.
For her, I never.
Man could do such a thing. I can't believe it. Shout out to Law and Crime for producing this. Now, this came out 1 day ago. And this was a true crime documentary by Law and Crime, Jesse Weber. So, I don't know. Let's see if there's anything. I don't want to watch the whole thing because I don't want to get struck. Let's go here. Of the evidence.
Quality at unbeatable prices? Yes, chef.
Horse Duvers.
It's an Aldi thing.
It's always the same. The attention, the energy, the drama. I think I can handle it, but I just can't.
Lizzie McGuire.
The ankles to take off the feet. These are actions that no normal, sane human does. The last witness that you'll hear from
is still a reward out for any information to lead to where where the rest of Ashley's at.
Everyone wants justice for Ashley.
He is.
Problem is that some people want vengeance. And vengeance makes people act hasty.
The guy was a very careless gun owner. He should have never had a gun. Oh, I didn't know this guy testified. Let's go hear what he has to say really quick. So if you guys want to go watch the end of that, there's just a few minutes left. That was insane. That was crazy. I cannot believe that happened in Michigan. It's not even that far away. They have the MGM in Michigan, which is the big, huge casino. And it's not that old, but Law and Crime has released that yesterday. So let me put in shout out to them. I cannot believe that, and that is insane that guy could do so much harm like that, and he only got 200 years, which is still a lot. He'll never be able to get on parole until he's at least 130 years old. So let me go ahead and give you guys that. Big out, shout out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. I need that one. My heart is true. Hey. Thank you for being a friend. All right, let's go out with our thank you. Oh wait, go over there and head out to Let me put it in there. I do believe Sinner is live. Go check out Sinner. Let me find this thing. That's not it. Okay, go check out Sinner.
Footsteps echo in the dark. Another case, another spark. Digging deep, the secrets hide. Something buried, it survives. It's my peace, we break the lies. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every clue.
Thank you all for being here.
Justice waits in hidden wounds. We won't stop. We're seeking truth. Silent victims lost and gone. Echo scream, but life moves on. Faded faces, mystery calls. Answers waiting in the
Peace out. Love you all.